Hey guys, welcome to the 2 a.m. pipe on a patio. Today I'm smoking my 320 Oceano. This pipe was gifted to me by Piper 49er many years ago. And in it, I am smoking some Gawith and Hoggarth Brown Irish Twist from 2020. Man, I love this stuff. It has a I really hadn't noticed this before until today, but when I was cutting it up, there's a real ketchupy smell to this tobacco, which I'd never really noticed before. Sure, it's always been there, but I never really noticed it before. Kind of a barbecue kind of a smell to it. Which I've only really noticed in like dark fired Kentuckys and stuff like that, and I've never noticed that in this tobacco before. But it really, maybe it's because it's aged 4 years. This is from February 28th of 2020, so it's 4 years and 4 months, 5 months. And maybe that's why it's got that ketchupy smell to it. Boy, it sure does. It's got a sweetness to it when you smoke it. And a really nice retrohale. I've always loved, of course, Brown Irish Twist is my second favorite tobacco in the world, after Black Irish Twist. It is a powerfully strong tobacco. Probably the strongest tobacco I've smoked. With the exception of maybe Big and Burley. Big and Burley maybe have given me a bigger nick hit than this ever did. Big and Burley turned me green when I smoked that the very first time. This one did a number on me the first time I smoked it, but Big and Burley. I don't know if it was just I wasn't ready for that one or what it was about that one. But it made me green. It made me green in the gills. Drinking a Corona, smoking a Corona, drinking a Corona. I don't often drink beer. I'm not a big beer drinker. I've had these left over from the big meetup that we had here. Somebody brought a 12-pack. Curtis from Milan Tobacco brought a 12-pack of Coronas. And there were about 6 of them left over, and so I've still got 4 in the refrigerator after this one. So it's been so hot here. Then I figured I would go ahead and drink one. Sadie and I went fishing on Saturday. We had a good time. We didn't catch anything, but we spent time together, and that was the important thing. Here's a couple of pictures. We went down to the Roanoke Lake, Roanoke River, and I've never fished a river ever in my life, other than the Roanoke River here, and I've never caught anything on that. So that's something I'm learning to fish. Probably do better with a fly rod on that than I will with a bass outfit. But it's really not about catching anything. It's about spending time with my daughter. And we had a blast. And she learned to cast a bait casting rod while we were out there, which was awesome. I asked her if she wanted to learn to cast a bait caster, and she's like, I guess. And I said, well, it's like the manual transmission of fishing. And she goes, then I want to learn to cast it. So she learned to cast it. She was doing really good with it. Doing really well with it. For her first time. I think she had one bird's nest the whole time she was casting it. So she did really well. We lost a couple of lures. One in a tree right above where Sadie was casting. Here's a picture of that one. We had fun. told her, I said, hey, losing lures is part of fishing. It's part of fishing. That's why you have a whole box full of lures when you go. Otherwise, you'd just bring one. If you weren't supposed to lose them, you'd only have one lure. But we had a good time. It was hot. It was muggy. It was miserable. But we had fun. We had a nice little spot in the shade on the side of the river. Beautiful. Just a beautiful place. Next time we'll go to a lake and fish the lake. But the river was a good place to go for her, so she could just learn to cast. And the spinning reel she has down. She could cast a spinning reel, no problem. But the bait caster takes a while to learn. I mean, she was nailing it. She did really well with the bait caster. I told her anytime she wants to come over here, we can go in the backyard and she can cast the bait caster in the backyard, and we can practice back there. Plenty of room. We can do it in the front yard, even for that matter. There's plenty of room here for practicing casting. I had part of a tree come down. There's an old dead tree in the yard down in the front, and part of it came down, so I'm gonna have to cut that down. I gotta go cut that part up this week, part that came down, and then I'm just gonna have to take down that tree. The work never ends here. It just never ends here. So it's supposed to be sunny tomorrow. I've got a bunch of work to do tomorrow, and then it's supposed to rain for like 6 days straight. So I'm going to try and get a bunch of stuff done tomorrow, despite the weather. Get as much as I could get done tomorrow. Got some stuff done today. It was hot today. Saturday evening we went, and my wife wanted to go play bingo with some of her co-workers. So she and I and McKinley, my daughter McKinley, went down and played bingo. And McKinley won twice. She did really well. Her first time ever playing bingo, so she's like, I think I might go back and play bingo again. First time I played bingo was in Vegas, and I won like $480 playing. I won twice in Vegas, and I won $480. That was the only time I'd ever played. I didn't win anything this time. Oops. McKinley did. She won, I think, $150. She split a pot with a $100 pot, and then she won the $100 pot on another one. It was fun. It was neat. My wife was happy. She was having a blast. She was having fun with her coworkers, her new coworkers, and the nice thing was the concession stand there was, because it's mostly old people, concession stand was incredibly inexpensive, which was really neat. Since they're dealing with a bunch of elderly people. You know, we got 3 drinks, and it was $4.75 for 3 drinks, and you know, sodas. And the food was inexpensive, you know. Which was really nice, because it's, you know, they're dealing with elderly people, and it wasn't really expensive to play, which was nice. It was like $24 to play for the whole night, all the games that they played for the whole night. So there were like 30 different bingo games that you played for $24 or something like that. So it was inexpensive to play. And you could play more than we played. So we played, you know, that's what we played. But you could play more. And they had up to $5,000. You know, you could win up to $5,000 a game. In a game, there was one game that the winnings could be up to $5,000, and there was a $2,000, two $2,000 ones, I think. And then the rest were all 100. So it was a fun Saturday. I fished in the morning, played bingo in the afternoon. I was tired when I got home. I was tired after fishing because it was hot. And came home, took a shower from fishing. Sadie and Channing were going to go with us, and then they canceled because Channing had worked that day and he was tired afterwards, so he didn't want to go. And then he posted McKinley with, you know, the money she was winning, and Sadie's like, "Okay, when's the next time you're going When's the next time you're going? I'm going. So it was fun. We had a good time. It was actually a good time. I'd do it again. But anyway, that's what's been going on here. It's just hot, miserable. Waiting for some cool weather. Can't come soon enough. And it's still with this rain, it's supposed to be hot, so we'll see what happens. But hope y'all have good ones. Enjoy your smokes. Stay cool. Keep hydrated. And I love you guys. Talk to you later. God bless.